Troca is Latin America's leading resale marketplace for authentic, quality fashion items.
Well, imagine, 2013. I remember people saying, "What are you talking about?" Telling Itzi and I, "You're crazy. This is not gonna work." So you're planning on selling clothes online when everybody's buying plane tickets and cinema tickets or movie tickets, theater tickets. And we were saying, no, we want to sell clothing. Okay, and then, and actually it's used. So they were like, no, this is not gonna work.
We've been building Troquer ever since, really trying to create a new and innovative experience for selling and buying clothing digitally.
Our mission is we want to revolutionize the way we consume fashion. I mean, that's always what we want to do. We want to change Latin America, first Mexico, into consuming secondhand or pre-loved garments. But we do like the idea of the cycle of clothing. And I think that's the base of Troquer.
So we call it like a triple circularity. If you see it as a buyer perspective, you buy something that's already in the market, that's existent, and then you put it again in the economy. And if you see it as a item journey, you would see that the item comes into the economy, out of the economy, into the economy, out of the economy continuously. And so you're really reusing items, making them, changing patterns of consumption, making people buy more consciously, and then also sellers, instead of throwing away, they're monetizing their items.
So Troca are now successfully circulating fashion items in and out of the economy. But how did they face the challenges to kickstart this new venture?
We bootstrapped in the beginning. We financed ourselves, and then we received grants. We found angel investors, we got them in. We really did the numbers to see what the size of the opportunity was, and if it was attractive enough, we would open the business. And then, it all kept on coming. So in the surveys that we did, we had 90% acceptance of the product. So we said, this is a must.
We dignified secondhand. I mean, it's not that Mexicans didn't use secondhand, it's the way they did it. It's something very antique and very historic, but it didn't have a good connotation. And we said, no, we want to change the view of the people, the point of view of people towards secondhand. And so imagine culturally, I think we've gone tons of years ahead.
Troca has recently opened up a pop-up at the largest department store in the country, which is called El Puerto de Liverpool. But why does the startup also want to appeal to customers offline?
It's important for our customers to touch the item, see the item, and experience whatever is the emotion that they feel whenever they try it on, right? So by opening this pop-up, we have done pop-ups in our history, but individually, by ourselves. And opening with the biggest retailer that TAM's the biggest market in Mexico is something really was changing, industry. It's an industry changer because it breaks the traditional cycle of production and of fashion. So it really tells whichever other producer that secondhand is here to come. In fashion, 86% of the market is still offline. So this offline strategy is our means of getting through another market that we haven't covered yet. It creates a little shame, buying secondhand for these traditional retailers. So it's making a statement changing the industry consumer pattern and the production pattern. It's also making a competition for the other brands.
And as well as their offline strategy, Troco are quick to spot the opportunities that lie in the world of celebrities and influence.
So it was a very good como pretext for women and recognized women to say, now you can come and buy my closet, no, a celebrity. And it was a way of their fans having access to their clothes. So we were fortunate, no, because of that timing. So people wanted to work with us because it was also a way of monetizing their investment. And the other thing, curious, is that we now have one celebrity investor. So he is a football player, very well known in Mexico. And through him, we did a strategy where we could work with more men, right? Towards more men. So the percentage of men has increased ever since he invested, which was beginning of 2022.
So what does the future hold for circular fashion in Latin America?
So it's a declaration where brands have to now be open to introduce maybe circularity into their own business models.
We've gone along a long way of making people change, educating people, and now I think it's the starting, at last it's starting here in Mexico. So we do see that there's a lot of potential still in Mexico in general. And of course we see that, that we need to expand further on.
Wow, watch this space. Troco could be popping up in a location near you very soon. It really is great to see these circular business models scaling like this and opening all over the globe.